Good morning, this is day 2 in London. So I'm here in, well, I'm just behind the London Palladium. So I've taken some videos with the phone and some photos and whatnot, but now I've pulled out the proper camera. So I'm off to the London Transport Museum, which is in Covent Garden. I got off the train at Piccadilly. Had a look at Piccadilly Circus. There's an Apple shop over there. I'll go back to that later. So I've been killing some time. So I thought that I'd have a look at Regent Street, and I wanted to go to Apple Corp, where the Beatles played their last concert, but haven't got there yet. So I'm on Regent Street at the moment. So the Apple shop is just there behind the bus. And I'm going down Regent Street now. And then when I get to the end of Regent Street is Piccadilly Circus. So yeah, weather's great. It's about 15 degrees. Not cold. I've got shorts on, t-shirt on, haven't brought a jacket. Backpack drink. Charging bank. And that's about it. It's a funny story, not real funny. Yesterday was first day, arrived before 6 a.m. So I went straight to the room, hang on. Have a look at this. Have a look at that. So that's worth a photo. So I got straight to the room and I changed. Because I was in shorts and it's too hot for shorts. You think London too hot? Yeah, it's pretty warm during the day. So this bit of coolness that we've got now will burn off. And that's why I'm mainly wearing what I'm wearing. So anyway, I put on the, fanny pack, bun bag, put that on. But what I didn't do, silly me, was bring any charging banks with me. So half an hour before I had to get to Chelsea Stamford Bridge, the phone was on 9%. So this is fate and luck. At the station downstairs, you could rent power banks. So I did, and that was luck. So it capped out at about £6 for 24 hours. So after Chelsea, I went back to the room, got rid of my stuff, got my charging bank, charged my phone up a bit, went back to Hammersmith, put the charging bank, blah, blah, blah. So yesterday was all over the joint. So today's going to be a lot better. So Regent Street. So a lot of stuff I did last night was stuff that I was going to do today. And a lot of stuff I was supposed to do yesterday, I didn't, just because of excitement. And I wanted to see the big attractions straight away. So that's what happened. So I saw a few BBC sites. So today I'm doing a BBC walking tour, which I'm very much looking forward to. Just looking at something on my map. Okay, I thought it might be something, but it's not something. I thought it was a BBC site, but it's not. Yeah, so Regent Street. It's a bit further down Regent Street before Piccadilly Circus is a Fanatics shop, which is sports memorabilia shop. And it was opened by Lewis Hamilton. There's various YouTube videos about that. So I'm going to have a look in that later. It's only about 9:20. I haven't had breakfast yet. I tend not to have breakfast. Not through not wanting to have breakfast, just too busy. Must be some run happening. So Regent Street, very, very nice street. Oxford Street, I think, is the main shopping street in, well, I know it's the main shopping street in London. A lot of shops, a lot of high-end shops on Regent Street. I think that's the difference. I'll know that when I go there to Oxford Street. But I think Oxford Street's your more mainstream. Jewellers to Her Majesty the Queen. This is a beautiful city. There's no doubt in the world about that.
Not on my fucking life.
VA. This is a gorgeous city. Absolutely unbelievable. You know, Melbourne and Sydney think they're world class. They've got nothing on this joint. This is next level. And it's just so walkable too. The public transport's great. The public transport caps out at whatever price it is, and I factor that into my spending for the trip. And if you're going to do a trip, use a Wise card, not a sponsored ad, but use a Wise card. Every time I spend something, I get an email or a text. You can set it up however you like. I've got a physical card and one that's on my phone. So if, for example, the physical card was nicked or whatever, you're obviously going to cancel it, but you can tell when someone's spent, and that's probably the way that you know that it's been nicked. So look at this. Bright sunshine, London. I wasn't expecting this. I was expecting cloud, a bit of rain, a bit cooler. It's just the start of autumn here. And this is just like Sydney. Very nice. So this is the second Charles Tyrwhitt shop. I think that may have moved because he's got an outlet a bit further up. He makes the high-end shirts. Yep, so this is Regent Street. Caught a few buses. Caught a few undergrounds. Now the undergrounds, I was looking at the carriages. My understanding is that the carriages stay on the same line that you're on. So for example, where I'm staying is on the Piccadilly line. And those carriages all say inside the Piccadilly line and maps of the Piccadilly line and everything else. So I'm thinking that if they're assigned to that line for good. And at the bottom of the car, it actually tells you the manufacturer and the manufacturing date of when the car was made, 1973. And they're all the same. So it looks as though that the London train system, all their cars, they haven't had any new cars for quite a long time. But I'll tell you what, they work. Look at this, they're retractable. It's not a screen, what do you call that? I don't know what you call that, but anyway, it's retractable. How cool is that? Cakes and Bubbles, Albert Aderia. So here's the Fanatic shop, which I'll go in later. So this is the sports memorabilia shop. And anyone that knows me knows I love sports memorabilia. So that'll be worth a look when I come back. Oh, we have some wrestling cards. 420 for a Cactus Jack. That must be signed, I would imagine. Okay. Falafel. Well, nothing changes. That's, yeah, okay. So they've got a screen that comes down, I know, well maybe not comes down, but they've got a screen, but they've got these cards in the windows, which will get faded very quickly. Now that, I'm assuming, is a Lewis Hamilton racing suit. DJI. Huh, that's my camera. Cool. I'm going to go in there because I've got a question to ask him. Is it open? It's not open. Nothing's open. What time the shop's open? It's Saturday and it's 9:35. Why aren't shops open? Okay, this is Piccadilly Circus. There it is, the famous lit up sign. And if you go back and look at pictures from the past, you'll know that that was neon. Maybe not from day one, but it was certainly neon, which is a fading art now. So that is Piccadilly Circus. That's the famous fountain. I'm on my way to the London Transport Museum. Undergrounds everywhere. So you see it there, they just pop up there. And they are actually very, very deep, which shouldn't surprise me, but they are very deep. So I've got to take a photo while I'm doing this. So I'm using a combination of Apple Maps and Google Maps. I was all in on Apple Maps, but had a few little issues, not so much here, but just at home. So I think Google Maps is still the gold standard. Hard Rock Cafe, I need to hold the camera up, that might help. I'm going to send a photo while I'm thinking about it. Here we go, photo sent. Okay, so let's get back to the map. So on this occasion, I'm using Apple Maps. Wow, look at that. Holy dooly. There's just so much to see and so much to do. And when I say do, I don't mean spending money. You know, if you're smart about it, you plan these things out for as long as I have. And then you pay for your things before you leave. Five Guys, I'm going to try that. That's an American burger joint. So I'm heading towards Leicester Square, I think. So I was asked earlier, have I seen any red letter boxes? The answer is no. Have I seen a lot of red phone boxes? Yes, I have, and they're all in disrepair. So my research told me you never go in one because they stink of piss and shit. And when you have a look at them, they're all hammered. So down at Westminster, opposite Big Ben, people were lining up yesterday to have their photos in, or next to at least, the phone boxes. That's another theatre. Prince of Wales, the Book of Mormon's playing there. That's the Trocadero. Not so much a theatre. Well, I don't know. I don't know what that is actually, the Trocadero. So we're heading towards the West End, or I might be in the West End. And what I saw, what is Paddington? And when I was at...
Street and continue straight on, and in 5 metres, continue on Leicester Square.
Okay, I'm going towards Leicester Square. The Shake Shack. I'm listening to a podcast actually at the moment, and the Shake Shack featured. So I'm actually in the West End. This is called Theatreland, and that is Chinatown. Chinatown. M&M. So this is all where all your American shit, your tat is, in Leicester Square. Should be avoided, people say. But again, this is the West End. I mean, I mean, seriously, why are you going into M&M's? I mean, the Lego shop, what's going on there today? Is it a new release? Look at the Big Ben. Lego, that's nice. Could be Lego. The 3 lanterns. Everything you see, it's just amazing. I'm going to go in here. So these shoes are blown out. I'm going to need a new pair of shoes today. I'm going to get a sausage roll. I'll be back. Okay, we're back. Just so you know, filming will be a lot more regular now because I won't have the issues that I had yesterday being day 1. So it'll be a lot more of a video diary from now on. Now, I left you when I was entering Leicester Square for a extremely good reason, which I'll now show you. Kid now. Okay, that shoe blew out, meaning the sole came off, meaning I had to go into a shop and ask a very nice fellow if he had some tape or some rope or anything to tie it on with until I got to a shoe store. Now it's 10 o'clock in the morning and I will be getting a new pair of shoes because I'm not walking around like this all day. Funny, yes. Inconvenient, yes. So I haven't filmed any Leicester Square or bits of Covent Garden. I'm actually in Covent Garden now. I'm going to the London Transport Museum, which is up ahead. I also stopped off to get some breakfast. So my place of choice now is a place called Greg's. Here we are at the London Transport Museum. As I'm walking in, the bloke's had a sly old look at the shoe. Good on him.
Recognition of digital art allowed to...
So this is a history of London transport, obviously. That's why it's a museum. So looking forward to this.
Yes, I know. I can sort of just didn't know.
Look at the hat, that's cool. Brixton Blue. I think that's just an art piece. It's a nice timepiece. There's a cricket trophy over here. Wanted crew for this bus. Take a photo of that for work.
And celebrate. One love.
It's a modern bus. Wow, look at these. These look great. Old buses. Old on the buses, these are. Old Peckham. Let's go to Peckham. There we go. That's a bit more like it. Something modern. Fun for all the family. So now we're in the London Transport Museum. This is a train car, old train car. Asked a fella to take a picture of me sitting there, which was good. So this is from 1938, I think, from memory. It's what I read. A lot of these train stations, not a lot, but some of these train stations now don't exist. But, I mean, it's all pretty original stuff, from what I can gather. It's really nicely done too. I think they're wooden floors. These are what you used to hold on to. They'd be collector's items. Must be lost property, I would imagine. Old tickets. That looks great. I don't really know what that is. Maybe it's a ticket machine. Not sure, but anyway. Nice old train carriage there, looks great. It's all red. All metal. Or an alloy of some description. There it is, 1938. Couple of old double-decker buses. Well, it's really nice, really nicely done, this. This is one of the first things I planned. This is in Covent Garden, the London Transport Museum. You may be able to hear that sticking sound. That's the tape that's wrapped around my dead shoe. So I've got a walking tour of the BBC later, so I'm going to have to sort a pair of shoes out. The Underground, the most famous train system in the world. It's good that they kept everything. So this looks like a really old one, 1992. This painting of Pick hung in the chairman's office in 55 Broadway, London Transport. Only in 58 that came out. He must have been one of the Frank Pick. So he must have been someone influential. Tufnell Park. Piccadilly Tube, Bakerloo line. That's a really old one, the Bakerloo line. Different font. Look at this old train carriage, a wooden train carriage, goodness me. Is it wooden? I think it is certainly wooden. Wow. It's got a caboose. That looks great. Look at the old map. Central London Railway. That looks great. C&SL Railway. So this is the driver's carriage, or driver's compartment, separate to the actual train. That was made in Manchester, Salford Iron Works, Manchester. Wow, look at this one. Pretty much fully enclosed. Well, it is. It's got a bit of light, but you can't open a window. Hello, Governor.
An endless sleep on the bed of the Thames, remembered only by a memorial.
Does this go to the Arsenal?
Let into the side of London Bridge.
This would be very, not claustrophobic, but very warm
On our way again.
in summertime. $1900, the plaque says. Oh, look at this cutout. Very nice. Of an old London scene. So the underground actually does go very deep. I was surprised how deep it actually went. I probably shouldn't be, but I was. Very good. Underground cannot be powered with anything else but electricity. You can just imagine the electricity that it actually takes to run this. Buried treasure. It's not just clay, earth and rocks beneath our feet. Objects spanning millions of years of history can be found while digging underground. What treasures can you find? Well, that looks like an old pipe. Imagine they would have had to have done this by hand. It's just a marvel of engineering genius. What has taken to go into this building. I mean, now you have modern boring methods, but back in the day, as they say, completely different. I mean, how could you even think about doing it? Oh, I've got this idea, let's just bore a massive big hole by hand, hundreds of kilometres long, go to every suburb. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. As a teenager, he saw an advert for a job as a ganger working on railways and tunnels based in Manchester. He walked all the way to Manchester, and when he got there, the door was opened by a beautiful girl with long red hair. He was such a sad state that the family felt sorry for him and took him in. Of course, he married the daughter. Bumper Harris.
That's what I press for it.
Old lifts. Hammersmith. I took a photo, an actual photo, on the station with a sign exactly like that. Can you build a tunnel? Use the blocks. Okay, that's for the kiddies. London, 1900. Wow, St. Paul's Cathedral. London, 1901. 4.5 million people. 2001, 7.1 million people. Oh, look at that. It's a nice bit of ornamental work. I love the tiles. The tiles are absolutely sensational. When they built this, they didn't scrimp on any of the accomplishments by tiles, I mean, because the tiles are still in use now and they look sensational, as they did when they were first put in. They look great. Which way did I come in? Might be this way. The stations are dirty, there's no doubt about that, but you wouldn't expect anything else, really. I mean, it is one of the world's biggest cities, used by millions of people every day. You're not going to have a crew of people, you know, running around sweeping up. However, I did see someone sweeping stairs very late at night at Acton. Now here's a piano. Music in the museum. Okay, I thought this might be Elton John's signed piano, but it's not. That he has at, I think it's St. Pancras Station, which I will see when I go to Paris. So look at this. Before trains, there was buses. The B-type bus. It looks like it's could be something that the army used.
the light, a reflector.
Imagine rolling around in the back of that to wherever you've got to go with your shopping. So this is made by West Ham Corporation Tramways. So West Ham is in the east of London. They have a soccer team, West Ham United. I passed my Scotland Yard driving test and became a spare driver than a regular route driver. We got a lot of trouble from horses on the road. When they heard the bus engine, they used to shy and kick like billy-ho. A Scotland Yard driving test. Was that Scotland Yard last night? So Scotland Yard, for those who don't know, is the original name for the Metropolitan Police. Because it was founded, well, maybe not founded, but it was definitely headquartered in a place called Scotland Yard, which is a place in London, which I was also at last night. And I took multiple pictures, as I'm trying to do now. Well, I've got the phone in my hand. Very rough and ready this video, but that's okay. So what's this car? Oh, look at that, for hire, an old taxi. It's a nice car. For the kiddies. Way out via the buses. So where do I go now? There's stairs to go up there. What's around here? Look at these models, these are sensational. They look great. Dewar's Whiskey. Days of yore. Stage driver. It's amazing that people keep what they keep. And if it wasn't for people like that, we wouldn't have museums. Up the stairs we go. Oh my God, the legs are sore from yesterday. 36,000 steps yesterday. Day one. That's after landing at 5:30 or 6 o'clock, whatever it was. And just straight into a big day. But I guess the advantages of that is you don't get jet lag. So these are all photos of a Beyonce concert from the new Tottenham Stadium. I don't know why this has to be here. I don't think this is anything special whatsoever. But there you go. I think maybe they just needed to fill some space. Nice shots from up here. Oh God, my legs are sore. So now we're going to look at some posters. Iconic posters. Well, that's for the kiddies. So I've read about this. Get the camera on. I'd read about this. This is a Banksy, an actual Banksy. Banksy Street Art, 2019. In October 2019, a pop-up shop called Gross Domestic Product mysteriously appeared. Blah, blah, blah. You can read the rest. But that is an actual Banksy, complete with the Siemens brand or whatever this is. I think this is an electronic or electric box that's obviously locked up. Banksy. Okay, that's it. That's it. So let's look at this, an original Banksy. So let's have a close look at a Banksy. So it is stencil art. He says he has, or they say he has helpers, and he does it in the dead of night. Who'd know? But it's a Banksy. The artwork on the door of a signal controller cabinet that stood on the pavement outside the shop. A rat hangs from the arms of the clock. Rats are common. Recognising its cultural significance, TfL removed this piece from their street furniture shortly after the closure of the shop. Whatever your view on Banksy's work, it's undeniably a prominent part of UK art and culture. Yeah, that's good. That's an absolute ripper. Banksy. Well, that's a highlight. Banksy. The view from above. So they've made the chairs, the various furniture around here, out of the old material that they use in the train cars and bus cars. What's in here? Oh gosh, can't even pull it open. Tickets, doesn't stay open. Tickets. They're very hard to open. Oh, photos. So I'd get a coin, but you need coins. I don't have any. The lady's just on the phone to someone asking if there's a tube strike next week. Yes, love, there is. She had an English accent, I don't. She should know. I love the London Transport logo. It looks sensational. I'm just going to take a photo of that. Built by the Gloucester... Oh, wrong way. Built by the Gloucester Railway Carriage and Wagon Company. Wooden floors. A really, this is a golden age, in my opinion. But, is it John Lennon? But, you know, when you're rattling around in the middle of summer, people might have a different interpretation of that. We'll go this way. We'll go this way. Look at this car, my God, it's absolutely exquisite. Beautiful.
I'm not getting any ideas.
So that scene with those people sitting in there, it's sort of a lot like you'd see in movies when they're on trains talking. There's a nice model here of how they build the underground. Wow, a lot of wood involved. Crane. And what they've done is for the kids, well, I think it's for the kids, I think you can see through that. Yes, you can. It's like a little magnifier where you can look through and have a closer look at Kitty height. That's okay. And they've got little speakers there telling you the story. Oh, more stairs. Oh, nothing better than stairs. Need to buy a pair of shooters, have I told you that? Oh, up we go. Up we go. Oh, this is an old one. Greenwich and Waterloo Street Station. Very nice. On railway lines? On railway lines, but with a horse. That's interesting. On railway lines, but with a horse. Obviously before steam power. Omnibus. So some trivia. On bus number plates, you will see the letters OM. And what that stands for is OM, meaning omnibus. And that's where that comes from, omnibus. That's what they were first called. I don't know what omni means, but that's what they were first called. And that's why buses now have the prefix OM on the front. So I thought there were posters up here, but there's not. There's no posters. Maybe I got that wrong. Obviously, because there's none here. We're quite high up now. Nice shot of that. So every museum's got to have a shop. This one. That's part of Covent Garden.